Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Adam, and this is Not Your Father's Board Games. Thanks for tuning in. This episode kicks off our next series as Jimmy, Mike, and myself are joined by our friend Jason as we play Star Wars, Force and Destiny. We had a blast playing and look forward to revisiting this campaign in future episodes. Here's Jimmy to tell us more about the finer points of the game.
Okay, for this podcast, we are playing Star Wars, Force and Destiny. We're playing the beginner game, which is a starter set to get you playing the role-playing game. It's an RPG for 3 to 5 people and is made by Fantasy Flight Games. We had a lot of fun with this, and basically it is a not too complex but not too simple rule set to play Jedi, very specifically the Force and Destiny part in the Star Wars universe. This company actually makes other systems such as Edge of the Empire and one other one where you play Rebels basically, and those kind of support different universes within the Star Wars universe. The Force and Destiny one lets you play Jedi basically. So this gets you started by giving you pre-made character sheets, a set of dice which are custom. They have images on them instead of numbers, and a bare bones rule book and a story to go along with it. So you're able to get up and going with 3 to 5 people, one being a dungeon master, and the other people being players for the game. And yeah, so that's basically what the game is. It's just like a Star Wars role-playing game. Tabletop, pretty awesome. There's maps and stuff like that. I would say social aspect is pretty strong on this. You have a lot of downtime in between whatever's going on in the game, especially if you guys like Star Wars or like discussing things about Star Wars. There's plenty here to discuss. This is very, very, true to the lore, and it has the Disney logo on it, so you can tell it's new. And difficulty-wise, I would say the game is actually pretty hard to get a grasp on if you are not familiar with role-playing games. If you are familiar with any sort of D&D like mechanics, then you'll pick up pretty easily because they're less difficult, and the character sheets that you're given do give you a walkthrough. But yeah, so this series will probably run over a large amount of episodes and hopefully more. I had a good time playing, and I think everyone else had a good time as well. And I'm not a great dungeon master, but my players, some of my players are also pretty new. So other than that, I recommend this game, and hope you enjoy the podcast.
Starting in the valley, and I think I'm going to start by reading you the crawl.
Have we all familiarized ourselves with our characters?
Very little.
Yeah, are you guys?
I don't even know how to understand it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So read the last page to get your backstory,
Yeah, sorry.
and only worry about this first page.
The second page is also. You can also work on the second page.
Right, but there's a large red block of text in the corner that says, "Stop! Don't go to the next page
Don't
until
do
the
it!
DM tells you to."
Don't do it, man!
I hope I don't miss that part.
Because it looks like you're auto-leveling. Yep, because this is the starter. This is the
rules light.
the beginner box.
Yeah,
Like
perfect.
in any other game, it'd be the begin. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at the box that it comes in, and it says Force and Destiny beginner game.
Oh, yeah.
This is the normal game.
Sure.
This is the size of the normal
Fat
game.
ass rulebook.
Nice.
But this is for the Firefly version of Star Wars, where you are like Han Solo and Chewbacca on the fringes of space doing shit. But here, you guys
Are you actually Han Solo and Chewbacca, or are you like the diet Pepsi
you're discount
Han Solo and Chewbacca?
You're discount Han Solo and Chewbacca, but
Discount.
Dollar store Han Solo.
yeah.
R/crappy off-brand Chewbacca.
R/son of a shepherd Han Solo.
Oh Who would be Han Solo in Ed, Edd n Eddy?
No one.
Kevin?
Kevin?
Because he's like edgy.
No.
Alternate universe Jimmy?
Eddie's brother.
I
Did
like
we ever
that.
see Eddie's brother?
No. To my knowledge, no. They came out with a movie relatively recently.
Supposedly you see him in the movie. I
Okay.
didn't see the movie, so you know
Yeah.
what? He doesn't exist to me.
I don't
That's
think you do, and if you do, it's very lackluster.
Probably, yeah.
Han Solo's his brother. So in that book, you are Eddie.
You are Eddie.
Han Solo, yeah. Eddie and Ed. Ed's Chewbacca, clearly.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Yes! Why hasn't this been done?
Who do I have to pay to see that?
Can we get Star Wars The Abridged series?
It'd be amazing.
No, Jimmy, don't do it. We're gonna get sued by Disney.
No, yeah, please. I mean,
no! That's actually nice.
That worked.
It wraps up at the right fucking point.
Yeah,
that's kind of...
Well done.
Well done, Jimmy.
Have you done this before?
I don't
Jimmy,
know.
do
I was
well.
about to say, I may or may not have practiced this.
Okay. I'd like to think you spent at least like 15 minutes of your work from home day just doing that.
I choose to believe this.
Do you want to read it again without the music for the...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll read it again. All right.
I want to keep it in, but I don't know if we can.
Don't worry.
Probably not.
We got you.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, Mountaintop Rescue. It is a dark time in the galaxy. The Jedi Order has been destroyed, and knowledge of the Force is all but lost. Only a handful of people sensitive to the Force remain, scattered across the stars, ignorant of their destiny. Humble scholar Hethan Romund has preserved a fragment of the heritage of the Jedi. Oh man. Should I redo that?
No,
Just pick up where... That was...
fine.
Oh my god. That was incredible.
Humble scholar Hethan Romund has preserved a fragment of the heritage of the Jedi. Traveling the galaxy, Romund stumbled across a number of people still strong in the Force and offered them what wisdom she could. Now, Romund has been captured by Malefax, a servant of the dark side of the Force. Compelled by Malefax to lead him to a lost temple rich in ancient knowledge, Romund has sent a signal to several of the Force-sensitive allies she has made over the course of her career. Drawn together to rescue their mentor, these Force-sensitives now climb the snow-clad slopes of Mount Telek on the outer rim of planet Spinter.
Violins.
Alright, so you guys have reached the... Oh, hold on, where the fuck is that? I think that's right. I think you guys are starting right around here. Do you guys want to represent yourselves with these wonderful little minis?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, I am Darth Maul on a skateboard.
Oh my god.
My spirit animal.
We've got
Spirit animal.
And for anyone who wants to argue that, I'm holding up my character portrait revealing this fucking dude who is undeniably...
What?
It's just good guy Darth Maul.
What's their race? Damn.
They talk about this in
Zabrak.
Zabrak.
Zach Braff?
Yes. I'm changing my character's name to Turk.
Appropriately. Let's see, this guy's got a mask. Ooh, he's kind of like a bug, like a Genosian. But no wings.
Alright, so you guys start?
We start here at this bridge thing.
Yes.
I am playing the role of Dao, the Zabrak mystic.
Zach Braff.
He's just good guy Darth Maul.
Okay, do you want to... Yeah, let's introduce our characters.
I am playing as Surrenda.
Surrender.
I think it's that one.
Surrenda? Okay. Is someone actually calling me? Oh no, it's like a work alert.
We don't have friends, Adam.
Shut...
We're all right here.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay, so, Surrenda's story. Surrenda grew up with too many sisters and not enough space in a farmstead on the planet of Tanab. She was close with her sisters and protective of them. More than one farmhand found himself face down in the dirt after a rude comment or a teasing gesture. As much as she was protective of her sisters and others, Surrenda did always enjoy seeing bullies get their just desserts. But Surrenda also craved space to herself. She got some of it by helping her father and aunt in the garage and machine shop, repairing speeders and other farm equipment from hour to peaceful hour. She had a natural talent with the machines, and learned a great deal from her father and aunt. But the true escapes were her regular trips out to Tanab's wilderness, exploring wooded glens and rocky caverns, climbing trees, and scaring grun dogs. On one such trip, she found a secluded cave that opened into a chamber with smooth, hand-carved walls. There were ancient statues and carvings in the chamber, and the skeleton of a long-dead alien with a strange machine clutched in one withered talon. She brought the device home and worked on it in the machine shop. After hours of experimentation, she managed to activate the small cylinder, only to discover that it projected a blade of pure energy. The blade could cut through absolutely anything, and to her satisfaction, proved very good at scaring away the local boys. Surrender ran to her father to find out more. Her father told her that the weapon was called a lightsaber. Her aunt said that the fact that she was able to repair it meant that she was sensitive to something called the Force. And it also meant that Surrender had to leave Tanab. Her aunt gave her the name of one of her dear friends, a scholar named Hethan Romund, and told Surrender to seek the scholar out. Unfortunately, Romund had been captured and taken to the planet of Spinter. ...
Dun, dun, dun. Very good, Adam. Who wants to read to the class next? Me? Can I go?
No. We're gonna play the goddamn game now.
Aww.
Reveal your story organically, fucker.
I am Tarist.
Wait, Adam. First, what class are you?
That too.
I'm a guardian, kind of tanky. Are we reading our stats? Should we read it?
No.
Okay.
You just say you're a tank.
I'm kind of tanky. I'm basically Ray.
All right.
Jason.
That's me. No. I am Tarist. I am a Keldor Sentinel. There's a T there. I seem to be quick and smart. Cunning. So, here's my story. When Taris Voon was young, he learned that he was touched by the Force. Elated, young Taris asked if that meant he could join the Jedi Order, but it was not to be. Young as he was, Taris was considered too old to begin his Jedi training. Shortly thereafter, the Jedi were exterminated by Darth Vader and the Empire at the close of the Clone Wars. Taris, too old to begin training as a Jedi and too young to fight back against the Empire, went into hiding. First, his family, and then a wider and wider network of contacts throughout the galaxy smuggled Taris from planet to planet, teaching him a little of their way of life on each world. Taris' abiding curiosity found this agreeable, but as a youth he craved some constancy that he could not have. He developed the tendency to become fixated on his new challenges, perhaps as a way of coping with the uncertain life he was forced to lead. Taris spent 15 years on the run from the Empire. He had looked forward to a future as a scholar, discovering the mysteries of the Force and the Jedi, but instead he found himself forced into the life of a renegade. Always a curious sort, he studied what he could of the Jedi and managed to find a kindred spirit in the scholar Hethan Romund. Together, Taris and Romund spent 3 years trawling far-flung libraries and examining ancient ruins. Romund even helped Taris how to construct his own lightsaber. Unfortunately, a close call with an Imperial agent shortly thereafter convinced Taris that his presence was endangering his friend, and the two reluctantly parted ways. Now, years later, a distress call has reached Taris Voon. His old friend Romund is in trouble. End story.
Thank you.
Y'all motherfuckers both start with lightsabers?
Yeah, man.
You know what I
Maybe
got?
that.
Yeah.
I got a fucking stick!
Yes!
Suck it.
Yo.
This stick is made for walking!
Not even for beating.
Alright, I was gonna gloss over it and just do this shit as we play, but fine, I'll read my fucking story.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
S-P-I...
The story of Dao. Dao Jod and his people lived in peace and contemplation on a world they called simply home, and the rest of the galaxy referred to as Jiren 7. Many generations ago, Dao's ancestors turned their back on the rest of the galaxy and focused their gaze inward, toward inner peace and contemplation. Dao found the regimented and contemplative life expected of him boring. His mentors told him that he was gifted, that he had more potential for enlightenment than any before him. They encouraged him to focus on his studies and unlock the mysteries within him. Nothing could be more tedious. But knowing no other life, Dao did his best. One day, however, Dao's monastery was visited by strange people, off-worlders. Suddenly, a whole galaxy of possibility, of diversity and difference and experience seemed available to Dao. He plagued the visiting scholar, Hethan Romund, with questions, and she indulged his curiosity with as many answers as she could manage. She spoke of the great cities of the core worlds, of the fallen Jedi Order, the crystal canyons of Chandrila and the oceans of Dak, 1,000 things Dao had never dreamed of seeing. Dao became convinced that the outsider's arrival was no accident, that they were calling him to his destiny. He asked the elders of his monastery for permission to leave. They denied him and told him his destiny was to be the savior of his people. They insisted he should put such notions out of his head, for the ordeals ahead of him would be great. Dao snuck away that night, and in the morning followed the Offworlders to their ship, stowing away aboard it. Since then, Dao and the Togruta Kaveri have traveled the galaxy together. Dao is always eager to find new worlds and people, and see the stunning diversity the galaxy has to offer, while remaining true to the peaceful wisdom of his upbringing. If he sometimes feels guilty for abandoning his people, he does not mention it. But when a message came in from Romund requesting help, he was very swift to respond. Perhaps soon he will be ready to return home, but not yet.
So, who's this guy?
Do you not have a... Oh, no, you're DMing.
DMing. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not going to play.
alright.
So Kavari is out of this, I guess?
Yes, the only character other than our quest giver mentioned in my backstory, Torguta Kaveri, is not in this game because Jory's a bitch!
Wants to watch The Office. Adam, do you want to be Qui-Gon Jinn, Luke Skywalker, R2-D2?
Nice!
If I choose R2-D2, is that sacrilege if I'm playing a human?
I mean,
Somewhat.
Mike's Darth Maul on a skateboard.
I thought you meant your character was on a skateboard. Where did you get a Lego skateboard?
It's a Spider-Man Lego skateboard,
Even
too.
better. Does it shoot webs?
Okay, the game is stacked. There's no possible way that any of us can win this against a Darth Maul on a Spider-Man Lego skateboard. Like, we just lost.
Yeah, that's it.
Get on,
Game
bitches.
Yeah, good game, guys.
Rip. There's other characters,
Yeah,
too.
you got a whole like host of people there.
I didn't get
Someone
to...
who is like, surrender.
Surrender.
Don't give me
I like that you put more stormtroopers on that walker's legs.
Yeah, it's
as
just
if it wasn't imperial enough.
compacted a little
That's
bit.
some Yo-Dog level shit right there.
We got, I forget what this one's called, but I'm pretty sure
It's like a land speeder.
No, I mean, that guy right there. This is a
species.
droid also. I think this is a Trandoshan. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, the lizard dude.
I think we need to tread lightly on our Star Wars guesses, because if we ever get an audience, we're going to get ripped to shreds if we get something wrong.
Yeah,
You're wrong.
we don't have any...
Yeah, we're going to get, like,
Silly
Wikipedia.
Adam, nobody cares about Star Wars or the expanded universe.
Well, fucking, like,
Nuked.
Disney just nuked everything, so whatever. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to play as R2-D2. That's my guy.
Come on,
All
go
right.
with your gut.
So,
Excellent.
R2-D2 on the board.
You have to beep and boop, though.
I can do that.
Okay,
I can accommodate this.
excellent.
you're actually in this little corner here, and getting to this corner has actually strained all of your characters by 2 points.
Hey,
Well, fuck you.
come on, man.
Says it.
Well, I'm still saying fuck you.
So, you
Regardless.
climbed up to the bottom of a steep stone rise clad in snow and ice. It's not...
So before we go any further, are you going to get salty if I write in this?
No, that's fine.
That's,
I,
yeah.
Cause
yeah, no, that's why I gave you
because I
pencils.
just wrote in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please, right? So, guys, since I gave you strain, you make sure you want to count next to your strain indicator. It's in, like, the top part.
You want blue?
Oh, okay, yeah.
You want blue or pink?
I don't care.
So, it's totally fine to write in these. It's like, whatever.
But it does not erase very well.
Yeah, that's the next part.
I'll survive. We'll survive.
So what are we at? 2?
You have two
Wait, is
strain.
it 2 or it's
Yeah,
minus 2?
do 2 because your number is the capacity of your like.
Oh,
character.
okay. Okay.
Write it whatever way you want, as long as it makes sense in your head.
Like, so once you get to 14, you're passed out from exhaustion, basically.
I got
like,
you.
you're strained or overexerted.
I got 2 apples.
2
And-
whole apples.
That makes sense.
All right. You stand at the bottom of a steep stone rise, clad in snow and ice. It's not especially tall, but you will need to brave the elements and exert yourself to reach the top. The path continues upward in a tight switchback, exposed to the howling winds. To your left, several tall evergreen trees brush against the cliff face, where smaller trees cling to rocks in the crack. A more direct route would be to scramble straight up the rocks and ice to the valley above. In any event, you have to go up if you're going to rescue Romund. What do you do?
Well.
Do we all know each other? Like, have we...
So you would know each other?
We're like vague acquaintances through Roman.
Like Facebook friends, but we haven't accepted the friend request yet. Like, we're just kind of hovering there.
So, like, we just met at a party, and it's like, oh, hey, what's
Like,
going on?
I know you. You're
Based on your backstories, the only characters that explicitly know each other are me and the character that's not being played.
just AFK.
So you guys are like the graduate students of a professor, basically, who overworks you like crazy, and you don't get to know each other or whatever.
Who sticks us in a room to do something.
Yeah, but now your professor's like about to die, and he needs your help.
I guess we really like that professor.
No,
Yeah.
we need that fucking degree.
Yes, you need that degree.
We got kids to feed, man. I
That-
do.
that's what it
I got
is.
kids on so many planets.
So you're
That's
here
just
now.
where I've been, man.
Oh, my God.
No, he just said, like, no. You keep going to my classes, you're going to get that Force degree.
Yeah.
You're going to get a master's in Force usage.
That would be... Oh, my God. I would love to see a spin-off in the Star Wars universe of, like, Force University.
Oh, no.
That would be amazing.
Oh, no.
Not Jedi Academy. Just, like...
Force University.
Just go to Rutgers, but you're learning how to use the Force.
Can, like, muggles, just like normal people? Normal people do
The
it?
normies.
Yeah. The regs.
So
The plebs.
I think mundane is the appropriate word.
Oh, but Harry Potter. Sorry, I won't mix universes.
you've got this
Yeah,
cliff
we're going to
to
piss
scale.
off half the internet.
Ooh,
Good.
half the fandoms.
The shitty half.
You know what? Honestly, if it gets us listens, I'm okay with it. Let's just flame everybody.
If you look at your character, you have a bunch of skills. The ones with yellow in the under the dice pool are the ones that you're proficient in.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Right? So the yellow dice is basically way more advantageous to use than a green die. It has like way more success possibilities, things like that. Mm-hmm. So you got to scale this cliff. So you want to look at this. You want to look at like the skills that you have, and maybe you can role play your way into getting up this cliff more easily than someone else can, because you can brute force it, but there are other options.
Can I sweet talk the cliff?
No, you cannot.
Oh.
You can try. Actually, yeah, you can. You can
No, I
sweet
could
talk.
roll
Why
for
not?
it. It wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
Roll
Yeah,
for
you
it.
could sweet talk the cliff.
Come on, baby, let us do
Sorry.
it. You have to
Yes,
talk it.
I mean to say.
Does your character also have ranks in persuasion or charm? Because mine.
So I have...
Mine does not.
Charm is actually... I do have a yellow die on that,
Ooh.
which is surprising, because I have... This is actually a pretty well-rounded character.
I have yellow in athletics, so I can run up it. Right?
No, wait, I have 3 green in athletics. Is that good?
Isn't that 3 standard? Would that be 3
It's
standard?
3
rolls?
regular.
Well, so the greens come. You have 3 brawn then, right?
I have... Yes, 3
Your green comes from your base stats.
Okay.
The yellows come from proficiencies.
Okay.
So you're trained in athletics, so you're going to have an easier time scaling the cliff directly than Adam's going to.
Yeah.
Because Adam's not trained. He's just using his sheer brawn.
Surrender.
It's going to be stuck in my head
Do
all
we-
night.
Do we have to do it individually, or can I? If I athletics it up the hill, if I do athletics, do we all go? Do we all succeed?
No, this is an individual check for each of you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So can I roll this with the yellow die and see if I run up it?
Yeah, actually.
with my athleticism?
If you would like to go first, I'm actually just looking for.
I'll wait for you guys.
So we're just trying to scale a sheer cliff, basically.
Yeah. If you want, I could read the flavor text one more time because there are some hints there.
Okay.
Spice it up. Flavor.
Well, hold on. I'm not terribly athletic, but I do have ranks in survival. Can I try to?
Do you want to Bear Grylls yourself up this cliff?
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
thinking.
just kind of like see if I can do some makeshift climbing gear.
So for makeshift climbing gear, that sounds more like a mechanics check. But since you are trying to Bear Grylls something, you may be able to search for a better route.
I have mechanics.
So would that be survival? All right.
Survival would be searching for a better route.
I'm going to try that before these idiots try to kill themselves running up a cliff.
Straight run up a cliff.
Don't run for a bus, especially one going up at a 90-degree angle.
I don't know what you guys are rolling against.
Yeah, what are we?
So you're rolling against a bunch of...
Don't you have to roll the failure dice?
Exactly. But I'm trying to figure out how much I'm supposed to roll.
So
Specific dice for failure.
I rolled 1 success with advantage.
So we're actually rolling against 1 purple difficulty die. So the purple die are difficulty die. The red die are, I forget what the word for them is, but they're like the advanced difficulty
Despair.
Challenge.
Challenge die. They're the challenge die.
challenge die.
Advanced darkness.
So you guys are rolling against 1 difficulty die for this.
Yeah.
Twang. And that is 2...
A difficulty of 2.
No, that's 2...
2 failures.
Failures. So you fail.
Oh, shit.
Man.
You
But
fail
I
with
fa-
1 advantage.
But I failed with advantage.
Yes.
Do you keep an
So
advantage for another roll?
Is that like falling with style?
you can... Well, actually, it's more like...
It more or less is.
yeah. So he's falling with style, and in this case, I'll let you reduce 1 strain.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So yeah, I couldn't find us a better route, but I found
Some berries.
some berries or something to ease the pain on myself.
Oh, wait, that reduced...
Thank you.
Was that reduction
That's
for...
just for Mike.
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
My monastery was located at the top of a mountain, you see. I'm familiar with this type of terrain.
Darn. I'm not.
I'm not putting
But
up...
I can run really fast. So
Alright.
I'm just going to book it up a hill.
Okay.
I'm going to try to. Excuse me.
He's going to run at a 90-degree angle and
Gotta
put
go
his-
fast. Gotta
and
go
put his
fast.
faith in the Force.
I have looks like a lightsaber, a triumph.
Well, but you also have 2...
How many greens do you have in that?
Yeah.
It's just 1 yellow in athletics.
Oh, okay.
Or
Interesting.
can I combine them and like roll 3 greens, or is it, I have to pick one
No,
skill?
this is just so you got to
So
try.
you're really...
It counts as
Well,
success.
wait, so you're proficient at it, but you don't have the other... How does that work?
I think it's just one,
What's your base on it?
like my rank.
Or...
He's got 1 brawn. I can see from here.
Oh, that's what
Oh,
BR.
okay.
Yeah, what's
so you're,
BR, PR,
so you're
AG?
scrawny, but you're good at it.
So those abbreviations refer to your character's stats. So BR is brawn,
Oh, I didn't see that.
PR is presence, and so on and so forth.
Yep. So
So
you
yeah, I guess
succeeded.
it-
okay, I did it, guys.
So you just...
How is it down there, suckers?
But
You succeeded with
1 threat.
With 1 threat.
Yeah, so while climbing, you slipped up and had to strain yourself in order to get to the top. So you get 1 extra strain.
Okay, that's all right.
Well, let me see. I have proficiency with mechanics, so can I try to MacGyver some climbing gear?
Sure.
Do I have to find things, or I just like it's assumed that?
Well, you can use some trees to the left of you,
Okay.
and whatever's around you, some rocks, to makeshift some climbing gear.
Okay, so 2 green and 1 yellow for proficiency.
Oh, what do we got?
I have a star, a bearded guy, and then a star on top of a bearded guy.
All right, so you have
What does all that
2
mean?
successes and 2 advantages. That's
So-
what it's called, right?
that means you fucking owned it.
So I built like a mech walker out of a tree and scaled a cliff.
No, you made a trebuchet.
You slingshot yourself to the top.
Oh, I like that.
I rolled 1 failure. I always forget which
one threat.
1 threat. So that cancels out one of your advantages. However, you still have an advantage left over. So you do it with such ease that you relieve 1 strain off of your character.
Amazing.
Ooh.
So, Mike, you're left at the bottom.
I'm left at the bottom,
We miss you.
but I'm left at the bottom with his trebuchet.
Okay.
I was gonna say, can he do that? But like, why not?
Fine. You can do that.
This isn't erasing very well. This is like a hard eraser.
I will leave it up to your judgment what I need to roll for that.
I'm thinking. It's a little, I feel like
Can I borrow this real quick?
Could he like
it
run
doesn't
up?
warrant an athletics check. Maybe it does.
Could he run up the path that I?
Piloting, obviously.
Oh yeah, you can just brute force it. Any of you could have just tried running straight up. What's better, your athletics or your resilience?
They are equal.
They're equal. All right, fine. Roll one of those.
Roll them puppies. Spank that monkey.
And since you have a advantage of previously set up equipment, you can roll a boost die,
Ooh. That's the blue one here. Yes, yes.
and you'll be rolling against one difficulty die.
Yeah. So let's see. 3 successes, 2 advantages.
To nothing. All right, you get to the top.
DM rolled a 1.
I rolled a none.
Nice.
Time to go to church.
Well, yeah, I guess it's a 1.
And now there's forever a random slingshot in the woods.
That's okay.
That's okay.
For the other people who are
One
stuck.
day, people will be walking by and wonder.
Archaeologists will discover this ancient trebuchet and ponder over what the fuck.
So you guys are now here.
Who did this?
Darth Maul skates slightly forward.
Wait, I gotta get a
One
pic.
push.
Someone, I want to take a.
One push!
Having reached the top of the steep climb, you pause a moment to take in the view. You are now quite high up the slopes of the mountain, and spread out before you is a tapestry of icy peaks, snow-clad forests, and rolling hills. Above you still is the forbidding summit of Mount Telik, reachable only by passing through a densely wooded valley. You figure it's at least another hour of hard going before you reach the temple where Malefax, hopefully, is holding your mentor Romund. But before you can resume your hike, a flickering, ghostly figure appears before you.
Ooh.
He appears to be an older Syrian male, wearing simple robes but comprised entirely of silvery blue light.
Ooh.
Hello, says the figure. I am the gatekeeper.
Has he got
Welcome-
that long head like Coyote Mundi?
Yeah, he's got one of these, he's got the single lizard ponytail
Oh.
going on with
Single
the,
lizard.
he's got a Fu Manchu and a lizard ponytail, basically.
Sneaky.
This is an involved person.
What manner of being is this that I can see right through it?
It's pretty.
Welcome to my valley. You handled the climb well. You may be useful. But first I must know, what is your purpose here?
We're here to rescue the guy. Or no,
The
it's
girl.
it's a chick. I forgot
a
it's a chick. I'm sorry.
She sounds like a man, though. I see
Yeah,
how it can get
honestly,
confusing.
it sounds like you said before. Everybody
Your
loves Raymond.
female character sounds very mannish.
I was gonna say before, I'm not putting on a girl's voice for this.
Come on.
I didn't even notice it was a girl until we started.
Surrender. Come on. Just do it. Do it now.
Do it.
The Jedi are taking over.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it now.
For some,
Unlimited power!
the Jedi are taking over. Execute Order 66.
Do it.
I don't even remember the name of the person we're trying to rescue.
Raymond. Everyone loves Raymond.
Ethan, yeah,
Romund.
Hethan Romund.
Hethan Romund.
Ethan Raymond.
She's our professor. We're trying to
She's
pass class.
She is not a them.
She is
No, we're not getting into a pronouns discussion in the Star Wars universe. That's going to get way too complicated.
I
She could
feel
be
like
like-
the Star...
She could be.
No,
them.
the Star Wars universe wouldn't be the perfect place for that. The Star Trek universe would.
I don't know enough about Star Trek
neither.
to agree or dispute.
So in Star Trek, could she be them?
Yes.
That much, yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm pretty sure that was a thing. Like, wasn't that a story arc where there was like, no, never mind. I was about to say something else, and I'm pretty sure I would have destroyed half of Reddit because I think I was about to say Replicon, and that's probably Blade Runner. Is that Blade Runner?
Replicant.
Replicant.
No idea.
So what's Replicon from? Replicon's from
It's
something.
my payroll system at my job.
Yeah, it's probably just a letter you read by accident.
We are legion, for we are many.
Or in your dreams too.
What's a rep? There's definitely something that's Replicon. Hang on.
Something that's replicated.
Oh my God.
No.
To
There's
the
something.
Google!
Google at the power of our hands.
It is just a payroll service.
I know.
My bad.
Okay, so you guys are talking to this holocron of a Jedi Master here. And he's asked you, well, he said, you've handled the climb well, you may be useful, but first I must know, what is your purpose here? Would anyone like to speak first?
Let's
I
see.
shall go first, as I have many ranks in charm and coercion.
Ooh.
Do you have to charm a ghost?
If you can
You
land.
might.
Motherfucker, my rogue in my other game has gotten into some dang places.
He's got this.
No, I'm not fucking with you.
No,
That-
I believe
that
you.
had to happen.
You had to sweet talk a ghost?
I was almost a ghost gigolo.
This is perfect.
You have such a way with words.
Away with ghosts. All right, Dow. Tell them how it is.
Well, we've come here to aid our friend, Hethan Romund.
Okay.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
I don't have time to be mincing words with this
Ghost.
transparent person.
And what are you here to rescue Roman from?
Do we know that?
She's in need of our assistance.
Oh, you know that. Well, yeah, you know she's in need of your assistance, I guess.
Oh, no, I meant, like, specifically. Like, what are we rescuing her from? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
I just
Well-
know it is a distress call.
Weird that I told you earlier, though.
You did tell us earlier,
It wasn't a text.
In the crawl?
Yeah, it's in the crawl. Malefax.
Oh,
Darth
is that
Vader's
like...
stepchild.
Yeah, is that like Vader's bastard son? What's going on here?
It's the evil guy.
no, that's
Okay.
Starkiller.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the non-canon everything now.
The non-canon thing that's totally canon because George Lucas approved it before he sold it to Disney.
Oh. So wait, that's running concurrently technically with the new movies?
Force Unleashed is canon. Shut up.
I don't know enough about the expanded
Oh.
universe.
It's not
I knew
expanded.
that sounded familiar.
It's not even expanded universe.
Well, like the books. I just know the
it's
movies.
not the books. It's
It's
the
a
fucking
game.
video game.
Oh, I don't know the video games.
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Whatever it is, I've just seen the movies.
So you're here to help your mentor.
There was a name, a Malefax.
Carnifax?
Malefax.
Halifax.
He doesn't sound very nice.
The gatekeeper eyes you warily. He wants you to convince him.
So is this... Do you have to roll for charm now to charm the ghost?
I believe I do.
Because we're not trying to deceive him, right?
You charm the pants off that ghost.
Take his pants off.
Make
Make him take his pants off.
Yeah.
Charm him into taking his pants off.
Precisely. I want to see that ghost.
3 threats.
One success and one advantage.
Okay, so you have 1 success, 2 threats to your success. Okay. The gatekeeper says, "Alright, I'm willing to help you. But you'll have to explain a little bit more about what you're doing here. How can you help restore balance to this temple?"
Restore balance. No, you misunderstand. We're here to aid our friend, the scholar of the Jedi Order, Hethan Romund. We know nothing of restoring balance.
She's in trouble.
She's in trouble.
She's in trouble.
He eyes you warily. He doesn't think that you're able to do what he needs you to help him do. What he does that work? Yeah.
What would you like us to do?
My temple is currently occupied by a servant of the dark side of the Force. I wish this villain removed before his corruption of this sacred valley becomes permanent.
Is it Malefax?
That's about right.
I feel like that would be too easy.
Does his name begin with an M?
Alright, I'll say he doesn't know anything about him. So the gatekeeper's unable to tell you who it is, but he just can sense that there's a disturbance on the side of the Force. Basically, he's eyeing you very warily. He may be able to help you further with your situation. You may be able to negotiate to make sure that he eases your journey in the future.
I plead of you, Guardian, if there is any knowledge you can impart as to the whereabouts of our friend and how we might aid her, please share it with us. We will do all that we can to restore balance,
Okay.
if it is what you seek. If it can
So-
aid us in aiding our friend.
I'll give you a boost to a charm roll.
Can it be a coercion roll?
Coercion.
Because I have better rolls in that.
And you can't have the boost.
Oh.
And you have
That's
to
fine,
roll-
because I get a boost.
You'll have to roll against the gatekeeper's discipline.
Okay.
His what? His discipline?
So you remind the gatekeeper that things may get worse.
4 successes,
Ooh.
3 advantage.
Damn.
Splendid.
Damn. To my 3 threats.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, in other words, fucking owned.
Because the gatekeeper has no physical body and can be threatened, you can't coerce him physically, but you can intimidate him by saying whatever it is. that you plan.
Oh yeah,
have
that's what
said.
coercion is. Yep. Okay.
But you manage to coerce him into helping you further. And the gatekeeper tells you that he believes that Malefax is attempting to force Romund to reveal the secrets of the temple. A vain attempt, as she does not know the secrets. And you successfully convince the gatekeeper of the ability of your character's ability.
Ooh.
He will answer any questions that you have fully, if you have any further questions. Mostly based on the flavor text.
How can we reach the temple without any unnecessary delays?
Necessary delays. The gatekeeper lets you know that he will not alert the locals of your presence in the valley, and that you can pass through forward on the bridge towards the hunter's camp. After which, as you follow the road, you will be able to scale higher on the mountain. The temple is near a series of waterfalls at the peak of Mount Telic.
Are these hunters hostile to outsiders?
The gatekeeper does not know.
This disturbance you sensed in the temple, shall we encounter it before the temple?
No.
Well, then what is the entire point of alerting the hunters if you don't know if they're hostile to us or not? Never mind.
Well, alerting them to your presence.
Why aren't you alerting them?
Because you successfully coerced the gatekeeper.
Because I got them numbers.
He charmed the pants off him.
He charmed the gatekeeper and then he scared them into submission.
My stats are victorious.
Would you like to ask him anything else?
Yeah, I got nothing else. I just skate on past.
He waves you on past the bridge.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of Not Your Father's Board Games. We'll be back next week with the next part of Star Wars: Force and Destiny. Stay tuned.